Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? So, I wanted to come to you guys today and show you a baby stroller gift. Earlier today I put up a video and I did a recap of my Easter sales. During that recap, I had created, or I was finishing up a order for a baby shower gift, which was a carriage or a stroller, whichever way you want to look at it. But I got a couple questions about the video that I did last year making the baby carriage. And I wanted to come, and one of the things that I said in the video was and I adapt very quickly, and I learned how to improve on some of my designs and some designs I have may have recreated. So I learned how to recreate that particular gift a little bit easier, and I wanted to show you guys just how easy it is. You are going to need foam board, some ribbon, and the baby items if you want to make this concept, and some Pampers. So I went and I picked up this Huggy Size 1. I'm going to be using Huggy Size 1 Pampers, diapers in this gift basket. The carousel or the stroller is made out, well, it's centered around Pampers, or Pampers are centered around it, I should say. So, wanted, and I wanted to show you guys give you guys a video that you can refer to, a better video than the last one. So what I'm doing is, this is the first thing I want to do, is take my Pampers and I want to roll my Pampers up. I'm going to roll them up with the flap going inwards. So I'm just going to roll it up, and then I'm going to take a rubber band. I have some small rubber bands, um, and I'm just going to pop the rubber band around it and place it over to the side. And I'm going to do that until I get done with all 32 Pampers. Somehow I'm going to get all 32 of these Pampers in that basket because I don't have a little baby and I have no need for these diapers. So, and I'll do all 30. It's 32 in this pack. And I'll do all 32. But I'm going to pause the video. I'm not going to put you guys through watching me uh, roll up every single pamper. I think this is the way I want them to go. And I'll be right back as soon as I finish wrapping them. Actually, I'm not going to put you through this other step either. So after you wrap the diapers, you're going to wrap them in. I'm using floral satin ribbon. You can use whatever kind of ribbon you want. You can use this ribbon, the cloth ribbon, but I want to use the floral satin. It gives a nice presentation. So you're going to wrap it in here, and then you're going to either take a piece of tape and tape it. You just take a piece of tape and tape it. Just take a piece of tape and tape it. You can hot glue it if you want. Put a glue dot on it if you want. But I'm going to take a piece of tape. So, but I'm going to take this off because this is going to be, actually I'll leave that. I don't want to cut all of these individually. I don't want to cut each one of these individually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make me a fake one. Well, really not fake, but I'm going to make me one, right? Then I'm going to take my ribbon. I'm going to line it up. And I'm going to fold it the length of the first one I just placed. Actually, let me come this way. And I'm just going to continue folding it to that length. Just keep folding it to that length. And you want to make 32 of these. So the last one I made, I used a size 2, 3 pamper. So the Pampers was larger than this. So I'm hoping that since I'm using, and I think I'm going to use 28 Pampers. But I'm hoping that since these are smaller, I can get all of them around the box. And I'll just keep doing this, and keep doing this. So at the end of the video, there is going to be a second basket. It's a mommy and me basket. Really what the gentleman who ordered it calls it is a push basket. I can vaguely say I've heard of a push basket before, but he was like, yes, that's going to be her push gift. I'm like, okay. I got it. So I want you guys to stick to the end of the video. That one, the items that I'm using for that one is pretty nice, and I think it's going to come out real cute. But we shall see. We shall see. So I'll do this a few more times. And hopefully I think I got about 32 pieces. So, and if I don't, I'll just cut some more. I'm going to cut this, the bottom, and the top. And these should be I probably need some more. Looks like I need about 20 maybe. But, and I'll just go in, start wrapping them, and taping them. So this is a tedious part. Very, very tedious. And like I said, I'm not going to put you guys through it. I'm going to finish with these, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I went in and I wrapped the diapers, and I'm all done with those. So I wrapped them with the floral satin ribbon. Excuse me, guys, with the floral satin ribbon, and it took about maybe 15 minutes to wrap them all. Maybe not even that long. So I'm just gonna move these out the way. And I'm going to move these out, the Pampers out the way as well. But I'm going to put them right over here because I'm going to use them in a second. Okay. So now what you need is you need 2 foam boards. You're going to need 2 foam boards. It's going to take 2 foam boards. And I got these foam boards from the Dollar Tree. And I think they went up to $1.50. I think they went up to $1.50. They're no longer $1.25. So the first board, we're going to take the first board, and we are going to measure. We're going to make a box out of this. So we're going to measure. And let me make sure you guys can see me, because when I pause the camera, I may have moved it. Okay, I think you guys can see me. I'll just point it up a little bit. Yeah, that didn't really work, did it? But, okay, so, hope you guys can see me. I think you can. So you're going to measure. You're going to take the board. The board is 20 by 29 3/4, I believe. It's supposed to be 30 inches, but it's really not, you know, straight up and down. So you're going to take it, and you are going to, on the left side and the right side, you are going to measure 3 inches and make a notch, or take your pencil and mark it. And you're going to come on the right side, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to measure 3 inches, and then at the top, you're going to measure 3 inches over here, 3 inches over here. You're going to get something long enough to reach all the way across, and you are going to line up the notches. Like, okay, let me get another board so I can show you guys. So line these notches up, and you're going to score it on this side and on this side. Now when you score it, you are not going to break through. You're going to leave it so that you can fold it, right? So you got it scored from here to here, here to here. Then you're going to come up. Once you score that, then you're going to come up. I did mark this. You're going to come up. This is backwards. So 3 inches from here to here, score it. And then you're going to come up 3 inches from here to here and score this as well. Line it up, make a notch here, your 3 inches here, and your 3 inches here. So 3 inches, you're going to come 3 inches in on this side and 3 inches on this side and come up. Then go in and score it. Don't break it all the way through so that these pieces can move. Then you're going to turn your board and you're going to measure 10 inches from this. Measure 10 inches up and then mark it. Put a mark here. Put a mark here, put a mark here, line it up, and then score it. You're going to score it all on the same side. So the side that I scored is the back side. So now I'm able to make a box. I'm going to move this out the way for a second, along with these other pieces. And we'll talk about those other pieces in 1 second. What you're going to need those for. So now we're going to make our box. I'm going to turn it back this way. And so where I scored it at, in the front, I'm going to break right here so that I can fold. And I'm going to break it right here so I can fold. Then at the top, I'm going to break it here so that I can fold it. Break it here so you can fold it. Once again, you're going to break it straight here. Not all the way through. Now remember, we scored it so we can bend it. But you are only going to cut here to here, 3 inches. 3 inches up here, 3 inches up here, 3 inches this way, and 3 inches that way. That'll allow me to make a box. Now I'm going to fold it up. Now you can come in and you can go on the outside. But I'm going to make mine in the inside. So I'm going to fold this in and fold this in. Like that. Now I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to hot glue this to the inside. And use a generous amount of glue. But you know, the more glue you use, the longer it takes to dry. So I'm going to hold that in. Hold that. And then I can start this side over here. Hot glue this part. And hold that in. Push that in and hold it. You're going to get it level. Like that. And hold it. Probably only need to hold it for a few seconds for it to hold. It's not going to dry all the way in a few seconds, but it will hold in a few seconds, which will allow me to come around and do the same thing over here. I'm going to fold these sides in, push it up, and I'm going to hot glue these sides. So I'm going to apply some hot glue here. And some hot glue on the other side. and that's going to allow that to hold. And this is forming a box. Now in my when I previously made these, I just took boxes and used the boxes. Well, I don't have no boxes this time, so I decided to make my own box. And so to reinforce this, I'm going to take a piece of tape and tape the sides just to reinforce it. And all this is going to be covered up, so you won't be able to see it. So don't worry about making boo-boos, because it's going to be covered up with the Pampers. I'm going to reinforce this here. But you're going to try to be as neat as you can be. But like I said, we're going to cover it all up anyway. Okay, so now we have our base, our box. So I'm going to move this out the way for a second. And now I'm going to take, so now I have, now I need something for this to sit on, right? So now I had the second foam board I'm going to take, and I am going to cut a piece off, and I need 18 by 20. So you're going to leave the original 20 inches, and then you're going to come down 18 inches. So you're going to come up or down. Go up 18 inches and then score it across to make this. So now that you scored that across and you have this, you're going to take this and you're going to lay this on top of here. And you're going to kind of center it. So center it. But and you're going to glue this down. But before you glue this down, you need to move this out the way. You need to place your tool. So I have two types of tool. I have the white tool. I've already went in and pre-cut this. And then you're going to have, I'm going to use this tool. You don't have to use this tool, but I like this tool. So I'm going to, but I only need two pieces of this, because this is going in the front. So I'm going to, guess I can measure it up against this. And I want to say these are probably, I didn't measure them, but I can measure it now. So let's see here. How long is these? Probably about about 27 inches. So it's like two feet and 3 inches. So I'll just measure this, about the same. So like I said, I only need two of these, this kind. We need two. And I'll move that to the side. So now I'll go and glue these down. So, and I'll move this out my way as well. So, I'm going to come in probably, I'm going to come in about, about 3 inches, about 3.5 inches. So, and I want this here. So I'm going to go just lay this right on top of here. I'm going to lay this on top of here. And this glue dries fast, so you want to kind of move fast with it. And I'll just go around and lay all of them. And I probably could have just laid them down and then put the glue down. You know, that's an idea, which I'm probably going to do right now. Okay, that might not have been a good idea. Seemed like a good idea, but I'm just going to spread it out with this weeder and get it all in there. All glued down. This will come off the weeder, so I ain't really worried about it. But I'm just trying to get my tool on here so that we can finish. And remember, we coming up about 3.5 inches. And it looks like I need another glue stick. You're going to use quite a bit of glue on this project. I think it was better me laying it down. First, putting the glue down first. So I think this is going to come out really, really cute. Really cute. So I may have cut some extra pieces, which is okay. So let me get that weeder. Okay. And I didn't really count how many pieces I cut. I just was cutting. Uh-oh. And all I'm doing with the weeder is I'm pushing the tool into the glue with it. Just to get the glue, the mesh, I keep saying tool. This is mesh. I keep saying mesh. This is tool to stick. But I'm going to sit something on top here anyway. So that'll hold it as well. I think I need a piece right here in the corner and one in that corner. I'm refraining from using my finger to push this tool down. I want to use my finger, but that's not a good idea since this is hot glue. Okay, and one more piece. right over here. So it doesn't look like much right now, guys, but it will in a few seconds. In a few minutes, it will. Put that on. Throw that over there. Okay. Get that in there good. Okay, so now this is my front. And I'm going to take my box that I made and I'm going to sit it on here. Now I want this. I want this to have a ledge on both sides, and I left enough room for it to be about 1.5 inches in the front and 1.5 inches in the back. Let me turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Straighten my tool out. Okay. So now I'm going to hot glue this to the board. And once again, you're going to leave 1.5 inches on this side, 1.5 inches on this side, and 1.5 inches in the front. And yeah, I think I kind of want 1 inch because the back looks a little short. So, okay, so I got it. So I'm going to glue this down. I'm just going to run a generous amount of glue all around here. And I'm trying to be fast as I can be because this glue dries fast. But I'm applying a generous amount of glue on here. Okay. So now I turn this back. And now before I drop it, I'm going to make sure it's where I want it to be. If it's not, don't worry, you can always slide it in. And now I'm going to press and hold it. Press it all in so that it'll stick. Hopefully it'll stick. Hope it sticks. But this part, you definitely want to make sure that it sticks because I need to turn it upside down in a second to put the legs on. So when I was shopping for the legs, I usually use the wooden dowels. I couldn't find any wooden dowels in Dollar Tree. I think they're redoing their crafting section, so I couldn't find any wooden dowels. So I had to improvise. Now you can use balloon sticks, the wide balloon sticks. And I had some over here somewhere to show you guys. I think I put them in a box over there. So these are the wide balloon sticks. They have 2 types of balloon sticks at Dollar Tree. They have the wide ones and the skinny ones. You could use the wide ones to substitute for the dowels. Let me finish opening this. So these are foam. It's the floral foam for silk flowers, it says. But we are going to use these for the tires, the wheels. So they come in a pack of 2 and they're $1.75 at Dollar Tree. So prices are going up. Everything is going up. I couldn't believe that these things were $1.75. I don't even think Walmart charges $1.75 for the round ones. Don't quote me, but I don't think they charge $1.75. I think they're more like $1.62. So now I have these. So now I'm going to So we are not going to use the balloon sticks. We are going to use these. I wanted it to still have the brown color. So I purchased this. It's a balloon hoop. And I got this from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to open this up. And I just need, it comes with 4 of them. So I only need 2 for this one. So I can save the other 2 for another one if I get another order. And so I think this is dry good. This is dry. Okay. So now I'm going to turn, actually let's put this in. So we're going to center this in the disc. And make like a little hole. Then I want to take and put some glue, hot glue around it, the hole that I made, just the hole, sort of hole, and push it through it again, that same hole. Go right back over that hole. Then I'll do that to this one. Turn this upside down. Center it. You guys can see. Center it. Go right in the center. Don't press it all the way through. Press it halfway. Halfway. Pull it back up. Put some hot glue right where you just made that hole. And then push it back. Push it through. Set that one over to the side and do the same thing with the next set. So yeah, I think it was a good idea to get these instead of using the balloon sticks. Center it. Go halfway through. Pull it up. Put your hot glue. It's like a dab of hot glue to cover that circle. Place your stick back in there. Okay, so I see I just pressed it through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce it. I pressed it too much. And you probably should reinforce it anyway. Now I turn it upside down. Do the same thing. Pull it back up. And then put this back. So if I haven't said it, this is a tutorial, almost a step-by-step tutorial. And I thank you guys for coming in. I think I'm going to reinforce, actually I don't really need to reinforce that one. I'm going to reinforce this one. Because this is going to have weight to it, I don't want it to come loose. I want it to be able to support the items that's going to be in the basket. So now I want to decorate the wheels. So I brought the pink gems. And these are self-adhesive gems, which is pretty cool. They have a it's held by a staple. So let me take the staples out. And I'm going to throw these away along with this stuff. Garbage is right there. Okay. So now I can go in and start decorating. So I'm just going to cut a couple strips. I'm cut like 4 or 5 strips. Just a single strips. We only need 1 row of gems for that right now. And if this is your first time catching me putting together a basket, being crafty. I like to do things in real time. I did pause the video when I did the diapers, but I like to do things in real time so you guys can see exactly how long it takes to do these type of projects I do. And you get to see if I make a mistake or a boo-boo, you get to see me make that mistake and see how I rectify that mistake. So I'm going to take my wheel and I'm going to make a crisscross. So, and I did just cut my nails, all my nails. So bear with me while I find the little blue part. If you don't have if you don't find the gems that has the sticky bottom, the sticky back, you could still use what is it? The regular gems and just hot glue it. So I'm just making an X. It's overlapping, but I'm gonna cut that right after I do get both of them on. Man, I done lost the sticky part. Okay, I'm trying not to get frustrated. But I find the worst times to cut my nails, don't I? So let me come back to that one. Because I definitely can't find it on that one. I think I might have to peel it up with the one nail, like push it up. Yeah. So I'm making an X. And it sticks pretty good. Then I'll cut that excess off. And I gotta do this 4 times. 4 wheels, 4 times. That's cool. Turn it up. Let's try this one again. So I guess you gotta pull the little sticky part. Since I don't have no nails, I have to scrape it up. This one, I think this is the one I tried at first. Okay, there we go. Making my X. So I probably need like 8 rows. Because there's 4 tires each row. I mean, each tire has 2 of these. Okay. And I'll cut the excess off on this one. Cut the excess off on this one. Pop those in there. Okay. So I got one down. And the next one. So I probably should, I'm going to pause the video because this is going to take a minute. Be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I was able to put the gems on, and I left a little bit to do. So when I cut the gem strip, it didn't reach all the way around, so I had to cut another piece for around the tire, and I'm using 3 rows. So I'm glad I paused the video because I didn't anticipate I wasn't going to have nails, or I didn't think about me not having nails it was going to be difficult for me to pull these gems off without nails. So I went around all the wheels, and now I want to give me a centerpiece for the wheels. So I cut, I guess, a little piece out, 3 rows across, 3 rows over, and I'm going to place this on here. So it's a little tricky, me pulling it up without nails. And I'm going to place that right in the center where it crosses. And I'll do the same over here. I did those already. That wheel over there. And it looks cute. It looks good. Place that over there. So now I think I'm gonna place this now. I was thinking about waiting until I put the diapers on, but I think I want to place this now. So they go this way, one in the back, one in the front, and let's set that there. So I'm going to, I think okay. Give me a roll of glue there. Give me a roll of glue here. I'm going to roll this right on top of there and sit it right on the glue. And hold it. Hold it for a few seconds, not too much because you still got to do the back, or I still got to do the back. And I think this is good space right here. So that's going to go there. And then I'm going to go here. Give me a roll of glue here. And then set this right on top of the glue. I'm going to also add a bead of glue around the tires so that they could be stable. So I'm going to add a bead of glue all the way around on inside and the outside of these tires. Right here. And then the inside. So that they don't, if they sliding this on the table at whatever event they having, baby shower, these wheels won't slide off with it when they slide it on the table. Okay, so that needs to dry, and I can't turn it over yet, so while that is drying, I'll be right back. I did say that this was a true video, right? True time video. Okay, guys, so I went in and I let the wheels dry. The wheels are all nice and dry. And I also, while I had the video paused, I went in and I started to glue down the diapers. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing that. So I'm not gluing the diaper, I'm gluing the ribbon that's wrapped around the diaper. So you're going to take the diaper and you're going to place hot glue on the ribbon, not on the diaper and not far enough up to touch the diaper, because you want these diapers to be reusable and then you're going to place it on the foam board. You're going to hold it for a second. The ribbon do dry pretty fast. And I'll do it again. And you're going to do it again all the way around. While the video was paused, I looked at how much time the video is running. It is running almost 45 minutes now. And so it's probably a good idea to speed it up. So I may have to pause the video again one more time. So we're going to hold that. And then we're going to go in and do the roof. Now, with the second foam board you have, you are going to make, let's see here. So with the second foam board, you cut the bottom for your base, and you're left with a piece. With that piece that you're left with, you're going to cut two 4-inch pieces. One of the 4-inch pieces you're going to make slits in, because this is going to be the top, and we want it to be able to move, to contour to the shape of the top of the stroller. The other piece you're going to take, so it's 4 inches this way, 20 this way, and 4 this way. You're going to take the other piece and you're going to lay it across here, and you are going to mark where, let me show you. So I've already cut mine, but you are going to take your 20 by 4-inch piece, lay it across, find it, center it, mark it right here where this corner is and where this corner is. Then you're going to score it, and then you're going to snap it, but don't break it all the way through. Once you have that, you are going to glue it down. I'm going to show you from the side. So I'm going to take a piece of glue, well, take some glue, and just run a bead of glue alongside here, all the way around, right on the rim, so that when you set this piece on top, it'll just fit like a glove. And it does. I'm going to hold that down for a second so that it could glue. Then you're going to glue these sides down. See the flaps? I'm going to glue the flaps down. Just going to glue on there. Close it up. Hold it for a second. Then you're going to do the other side. I think I'm running out of glue. Hold that in there. It should be enough to hold it though. And I'll change it. I'll get me another glue stick here. That's good enough to hold it, but I still need another glue stick. Because now we're going to do the top. So with the top, this piece right here is a piece of scrap from another project I had. In order to get the top to form the shape that I wanted to form, I need it to stand up. And the only way you can stand it up is if you make one of these for it to sit in. And how I got this was, I placed this up here, I took a piece of paper, and I traced the shape that I wanted. I actually took it, did this to it, saw the shape that I wanted, laid it down, and then traced it, and then made this with that. So now this is the tricky part. This is the very tricky part. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this piece down in the middle. This is a tricky part, y'all. Very tricky part. Because it's hard to make this part, so it's kind of tricky. My glue gun getting tired of me. I can see. Okay. I'm gonna place this in the middle, hold it. And it should go straight across. And it's probably not gonna hold. It's holding. If I hold it a little longer, I guess. And then I'm gonna try to place this on top of here. So I'll glue this side first. Probably should run some glue around up on here too. I think I will. Keep that in place. My glue gun is getting tired. I still haven't, well, haven't really looked. I have a cordless glue gun. It's in the living room somewhere. I'm gonna try to add a generous amount so it will sort of dry slower. When you add thin, it dry real fast. So I'm gonna add a thick bead. Just give me time enough to get it up there. And I'll do the side. And I'll do this side. I probably have to go back over that real quick though. But let's get this on. And I'll hold that for a second. Make sure it's level. So you definitely need this centerpiece in order to make it, to give it that shape. Just cutting slits into this piece right here is not going to, it's not going to hold the shape. You have to have something in the middle to hold that shape. Okay, and once you got that, you're almost done. We almost done. So I'm gonna let that dry for a second. And I decided not to go in with floral satin across here. That's gonna take too long. So what I'm gonna use is a bag, a baby shower bag. And I'm gonna go and take it apart. Pull these things off, take the handles off. And I'm going to cut it to make the back. Did I just do that? I think I just threw that thing on the floor, y'all. Yeah. Let's open this up. We are going to carefully take this apart. There's a seam on this side, so I'm going to just break the seam with my finger. By running my finger inside there. And just take the back apart. And I can cut the bottom actually. Actually. So now that I cut it, I'm going to, let me cut it all the way over to the other side. And measure and see how much of this I need. So I need about that up there. It says hello. So I'm going to get my paper cutter. And see how wide I need. Okay. Up there. So I can use my scissors if I don't have a paper cutter. But I want a really sharp look. So that's why I'm saying paper cutter. Slide this in here. Cut off the excess that I think I don't need. I think it's right above hello. Just so I get a nice clean cut. I did not cut all the way through on this side. No problem. Okay. So this should speed things up. And, oh, okay. Open it. I'm like, I think I cut it too short. Okay. Snip the bottom. Make sure it's level. Okay, and now I can put it here. Okay. I think I'm still a little too wide. So, now I'm good. So I think I'm going to get some glue dots just to hold it first. And then tape it. Get the glue dots from the bottom. So this is definitely a project. This is definitely a project. Just to make the base, not including the items inside, is like expensive. Okay, I'm about to pull this up. I'm too low. So maybe this should have been a speed up video, because this is taking a minute to make. So now I'm going to run my fingers around here to see where I need to cut. Make like a line on this side without tearing it up. And just cut around here where it needs to be cut. Awesome. On this side, do the same thing. Run your finger or your nail. Probably your nail would be better. alongside it to see where you have to cut. And just cut it where you just made the indentation at. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now you know what, I think I'm gonna take some hot glue. I'm gonna hot glue this. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. I just burnt myself. I need the glue to be on the edge of this. Okay. Pull this back up. And press it in. There's some overlay on this side. I'm going to cut this overlay off real quick. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go in and do the top the same way, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So I cut the piece, cut the front of the bag or the back of the bag, and I glued it to the bottom of here, and I'm going to flap it over. I'm going to take my nail and just make like an imprint of where the top of this is. And I'm going to cut it down some. I'm not going to cut around it because I'm going to glue this to the top of it. I'm going to fold it down and try to glue it. Maybe make a couple slits so that it'll go easy. Okay. I'm going to put some glue here. Pull this on top of it. Kind of pull it tight and hold it. Press it in. Then do this part. And this glue is hot. And it would probably be a better idea if this wasn't so high up. I would have a better view of what I'm doing. But I can't take it down no farther. Otherwise, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, hold that for a second. And just go all the way around. And glue it down. It is definitely hot. So the bag didn't reach all the way on the other side. That's okay, because I'm going to take another piece of the bag and put over there once I get this down situated. So this is definitely a project. Now normally it would take me about an hour and a half to do to do one of these. Took me an hour and a half earlier, but yeah. So it takes me about an hour and a half to do one of these. Okay, so that's looking good already, right? I like it. So now I just need that other little piece over there. I just need a little sliver. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Cut me a little sliver. That was good eyeballing. I'll fold it a little bit so I can glue it underneath the bottom. And I'll fold it over. Let me bring it in a little bit. Bring it in a little bit. Turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Cut it down a little bit. And glue it down. Hot, hot, hot. Ooh, hot. Y'all see me close my eyes? That's how hot it was. Ouch. Hurry up and get it off. Okay. Trim this up a little bit. I think it's trimmed up good. Okay. Now I'll go in and do the top real quick. I still got glue stuck to my hands. Whew. That was hot. This is definitely, my mind want to say a labor of love. Because this right here, yeah, the one earlier, maybe I don't know. Didn't take this long. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It took I think that thing took 2.5 hours. Slide that in there. Cover up everything so nothing is being seen. Whew. I got glue stuck to my hand. And I lift this back up. Straighten it out. Okay. Okay, that's down. I can't move that. I'm gonna have to trim that part up. But it's coming out and it looks nice. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Excuse me, guys. Jeez Louise. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. It's a little bit of overlap, but it's good. Okay. Now let's get this down on here. Try to be a little neater than the last one. And I'm not really worried about the overlap because I'm going to cut that. I could take, even if it's too much overlap or it's too messy, you could take ribbon and go edge it up with ribbon. Which I'll probably, I don't know. I don't know if I want to edge it up with ribbon or not. But I am going to cut this overlap off. Okay. And this right here needs to be tightened up. This glue's so hot, you can feel the heat and burn yourself through the paper. Okay. Whew. Guys, this one right here, I ain't gonna say gave me a run for my money, but what I am gonna say was definitely a labor of love. Cause, woo-wee. Seemed like it just took this one forever. I don't know why. But there we have it. Almost done. Almost. Okay, so now we just got to place the items in here. Before we place oh, you know what I forgot? These Pampers that go on the sides here. One goes here and one goes on the other side. I probably knocked it down on the floor. Yep. There's actually extra ones. They're not on the floor, they're in a box over here. So they didn't hit the floor. Whew. Glue strings everywhere. Hold that for a second. It's cute. It's cute. I'll use these somewhere in here. Throw them in there or something. What do you guys think? What do you think? Okay, so now I'm going to bring my items up. I think it's cute, y'all. It looks cute, sort of. Here I go, sort of. Okay. So I have tons of items that I want to go put in here. First, we're going to get Minnie in there. actually, she don't go in first. This goes in first. This is the plate and bowl and spoon set. It goes back in here. Then she goes in there, right here. And I decided to use Minnie in this one. Don't ask me why. I thought it was cute. So then we're going to put one of these milestone blocks in here. Put that right there. I'm going to glue dot that down. Then I made one of these. This is a glass container with a wood top. And I put Q-tips and cotton swabs in here. Place that there. I have some wipes. So I didn't know which wipes I wanted to use, but because I have a big pack of them, but I think I want to use these. Place them right there. Then I have the Minnie Mouse bottles. Place them here. I have a Elmo Sesame Street cup. I have 2 teething rings. I'm just going to place these in here. And I have the milestone. This is like the cloth ones, the pendants. I'll place this in here somewhere. Maybe not. Then I have the letter board. That's probably not going to be able to go in there. But I do want to use the photo frame. And I have some ducks. So I couldn't find the blocks. They have blocks that spell out baby that I was going to sit if I made a ledge on the ledge, but they didn't have any. So I decided to get a couple of ducks. Okay, let me see how them ducks look. Okay, look, move back. Nope, I don't like the ducks. Do not like the ducks. You gotta go, guys. But that looks nice, just like that. We are going to put the extra diapers. I'm just gonna throw the extra diapers in here. Leave them wrapped in everything. Just put them in here. And I'll go in and secure everything. Let me see how this looks with the back of here. So this is going to go on the back. Study dropping stuff. And I'm going to secure this with glue dots as soon as I find them. They're around here somewhere. Well, anyway, this is going to go on the back of here. And here's the glue dots. I want to show you guys what it looks like. So I'm going to end this video, but I'm going to do another video. I know at the beginning of this video, I said that I was going to show you guys the mommy and me basket, the push basket, push gift. That's what the husband called it. But this video is super long. So, and I won't be able to show you. Not today. I mean, not right now. Not on this video. I'm going to have to do a whole separate video. But that's pretty cool. So I would gather all of this up. And I want to show you guys how I'm going to make the handles. Well, we can make the handles right now because we in it already. So I'm going to take this is tubing mesh, and I'm going to place some balloon sticks through it. And these are going to go right here. So I'm just flexing this. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm probably gonna need another one because it's broke. I'm gonna grab another one. But this is going to be my stroller's handle. And maybe I should just do this so that I don't break it. It needs some heat to it. Stick it in through the tubing. Cut it. And stick this over. Just like that. And I'll go in and I'll hot glue that. And I can kind of do that now. Just gonna move some of this stuff out the way so I can hot glue it. And I'm hot gluing it in the corner, and I'm placing a generous amount of hot glue on here. When it dries, it'll stay because I'm putting so much glue on it. I may go in and add a couple more, or I may not. But it looks good just like it is. I'm going to add back the wipes. Close it up so you guys can see what it looks like. So it looks like a couple of these is short. We'll pull these up. Oh, that's why. Because it's the wrong way. And so I'll pull these up one by one. And I'll probably add a couple more of those. I'm going to add some more on the sides here and gather it up. But this is what this would look like. So guys, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think. But okay guys, I'm going to end this video. I appreciate you guys for coming in. I think it came out cute. Like I said, I'm going to go in and add a couple more strips of mesh on the side here and some in the back. I don't know why I didn't add none in the back, but I need to add some in the back. And I could just hot glue it underneath here. And I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, leave me a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Thanks for sticking through the whole video. I know it's a long video, but I appreciate you guys. Stay up, stay blessed. And I don't know who was in the comments and asked me to do a tutorial, but here you go. Okay, guys, stay up, stay blessed. Peace.